You reminded me. Thank you. Otherwise, I forget to record and people start complaining they can't.
Yes, sir.
You are on big screen. You are on big screen.
Thank you. That's the
Put
tool
it
we're
on,
talking
put
about.
it on speaker view.
Huh?
For the people, I'm saying, put it. No,
yeah.
not you, not you.
Yeah, people. Okay. So this is the tool I'm talking about. A lot of people make it. Comes really from China in it originally. And then a lot of people in China, they copy a lot of things. So I bought cheaper version as well, but they didn't work. Half of them didn't work properly. So this is from original company, and they keep upgrading as well. The new version says upgrade version. That's what I'm buying. So don't go. You can go and Google it. You might find cheaper version of it, but sometimes some might work, some might not work, depending on where you're getting it from. So anything I'm selling through the trust, not the trust, myself to this is not my business, is to promote health. This is it's like I call it electrical pain reliever. It's a convenient way of self-administer low voltage therapy, commonly used in traditional Indian and Chinese medicine over the long time. It's a portable handheld tin machine, automatically trigger a rapid muscle contraction once you apply it here. It has different setting, 1 to 9. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can go up to 9. The things it does is release pain by blocking pain signal as they travel from the nerve from the nervous system to your brain. Also, they have a relaxing effect on the tense muscle, similar to massage. Brain gets a message that the body has been attacked, so releases the endorphin, which gets rid of your pain. As a beauty aid for stimulating the muscle of the face and the body, as well as tightening and rejuvenating the skin to reduce the wrinkle due to the aging. You usually, for this, you use the setting for 1 to 4, not more than that. One of the main functions of this pain is to locate the meridians. There are 6 meridians on either side. And then governor vessel goes from here to third eye, to crown chakra, to the back passage, to the spine, to the back passage. And then the conception vessel comes from the back passage all the way back to the front. This is the whole. So what this does is clears, locates the meridian on the body, stimulates it, and then unblocks it, energy channel. So prana can flow freely to that organ. Helps to lose frozen shoulder, frozen muscle, any kind of muscle, it relaxes it. When you find the right spot, muscle will literally jump all out by itself, bouncing vigorously, like you'll see it there. If I set up. Whenever it finds a meridian, it does that. If you don't find it, it will remove it. It won't happen that much. That's how it works.
So how much pressure, Sarvanji, how much pressure are you applying? Are you digging into the skin?
Just not I'm just touching it, but you can dig in or touch it. It's just like a acupuncture without puncturing. But the electric current goes through, it goes through right through to the point, through the body, and energizes the meridian point. So you can I'm just touching it. That's enough because current is quite strong. I'm doing a 9. If you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, then you have to press a bit harder. But 9 is strong enough to go right through itself to promote health.
Okay.
And also to work better, usually usually a gel comes with it because it came from China. I didn't buy the gel. So I usually use the aloe vera gel, any kind of gel, or body lotion. I've already done that on my hand everywhere. So all you do, you take some on your hand and just rub over whichever point you're trying to energize. That's the first thing you do. This therapy is to be helpful in reducing free radicals in blood as well. Very people for thalassemia, blood cancer. This therapy is helpful for reducing free radicals in the blood, even reviving dead cells. Dead cells that were dying, you can regenerate it, make them back live, associated with cancer. That's how active this thing is. I've been working with acupressure for this, not this one, but before I used to sell the one where you pressed with a hand for last, that look like this. That's what I used to promote before, these pain. But these one you had to click them by hand. By doing so much, I damaged my nerve system. That's why I look for this tool, which is your batteries, it does it automatically, what this is trying to do. So really, so what I was trying to see, don't miss the point. So it's very good for reviving the dead cell associated with cancer as well. But just by putting current there, you might revive in your spleen, which is just below the point. You'll revive any dead cell of blood, so to keep the balance going. Health and safety, not to be used if you have pacemaker, pulse regulator, or any electronic device in your body. Never use near the in the shower, bath, or pool. Never use near any cut. If you have any cut in the skin, don't use it there. And keep away from children and pets. And the good place to start whenever you have pain in the hand will be at the joint. Do you know how gout happens? When you have too much uric acid, it flows through the blood and it goes to the furthest point near the toes. At the joint, it leaves a deposit and that crystallizes. That's what gout is. Same thing happens when there's a blockage in the meridian, because due to the energy flowing through and the toxins are deposited at any joint, elbows, knee, ankle, wrist, and then these joints where the toxins are deposited to create the blockage. But this will help to clear the blockage and let the energy flow freely and promote overall health. So far, so good. So I'm just trying to tell you that's roughly the health and safety and things about this tool. Acupressure. Let me see, where do I want to start from here now? Okay.
Sarvanji, one other point.
Yeah.
I can keep on increasing the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So I increase to as much as I can bear.
That's right. But usually to get the maximum benefit, you have to go to the 9. And when you're doing it, keep breathing in and out. When you're doing it, don't hold your breath.
No, but I never start with 9. I start lower because
no,
9
that's
is
okay.
then.
No, that's the one thing. But I'm used to it. I'm doing it all the time. So
yeah.
I'm used to the.
I started lower and then increase it.
That's it. That's it. You go once you're used to it. But 1 and 2 won't do anything. You have to go to 5, 6, 7 to make the actual what you're trying to recover, to release pain. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
My wife can't bear it. I have to start very low for her.
I know, no. I think it's just that everybody's a different kind of threshold. It's a current going through your body, so you feel certain sensation. So you have to get to used to that. That's important.
Okay.
I know.
Ushma is a question.
Okay.
Can I ask if you got total knee replacement and metal prosthetic in your knee, can you use the?
Yes. What you do is you do the either side of it, so the energy flows through, so your muscle can integrate with the metal bed and work better for you. It's like making a more consortium working together.
Sarvanji, how often can we use this in a day?
You can use it often. Usually you should use it for 1 minute to 2 minutes is sufficient. But you can use it every 3-4 hours as often if you have severe pain. And within you should see the benefit right away.
Okay.
It's like you're taking a ibuprofen tablet. When you're pain, you take ibuprofen. When the effect goes away, you take the pain, ibuprofen again. But this works like that, but also it repairs as well for permanent, for good. Ultimately, no pain will come back once you do over a certain period. Might take, depending on how severe the illness is, might take weeks, might take months, and so on.
So Shravanji, for how long should you do it at any one time? How many minutes should you do it at a particular
1
point?
minute, I would say, roughly 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes, depending on
1
your
to 2
own.
minutes. And how do you identify the meridians? How do you know where the meridians
No,
are
but this will
running?
pick up once you, but that's one thing. But on the, when you buy that, there's a book here which gives you all the meridian as well in there.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you.
Sarvanji, can you use it on swelling?
No, but you use away from the swelling. Make the current go through the swelling. Don't put directly. If my swelling was say here, then I'll use it here and here to make the current flow through.
All right.
Improve that. It's just like all I'm saying. Most of my, I'll tell you the history behind this. This thing, when they used to sell it was just sold as a electric. It's a mechanical. It's a medical equipment to pass the electric current, endorphin, releasing endorphin from the brain to get the pain. That's how they sold that. Then when I've sold this, you know how many I've sold these? Must be 3,000 to 5,000 of these things. Throughout the world, not just here. India, China, America, Canada, you name it, everywhere. It's not, I just bought it and sold it just to promote health kind of idea. But when they saw what I was doing with it, now when you buy this, you get the acupressure diagram as well, where to press it. So they are not daft. They know exactly what sells the product. So this was designed for something else. But first I used it on my mother. She had arthritis. That's how. And then when I was doing the Swamiji acupressure training, then I realized this will be quite useful to send the electric energy through to the certain point where the pain is, and to energize it, send supply of blood, which will supply more oxygen, nutrients to get the pain away. That's what I was trying to do. And then I went to the cancer hospital. I went to different places, done with the people with certain illness, and then I found they did feel better, and that gave me confidence that I'm on the right track. Even I've done this to Swamiji as well.
Okay.
So
is that pen the updated version? Is that pen the updated version?
This one?
No, but this is the updated version.
No, but this is different. This is different. This is medical equipment designed by the medical company. This is done by Chinese company, but this is they are upgrading it all the time to make it work better. Much more control.
Can you change the battery? You know, because I've got the old one.
You change the battery, and that's you open the bag.
One AA battery.
That's the simple one battery. So it's not expensive.
Yeah, I have got that old one. Am I able to change the battery?
No, old one you can't. Old one you can't.
Okay, Sarvanji, let's go through the points. That's the main
discussion. Too many small questions, then I won't be able to complete what I'm trying to say today.
Okay.
If you don't mind, thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. So I said to you,
voice gone. Sarvanji,
we can't hear you.
Hear you, Sarvanji. I think you're muted.
Okay, now that's it. Okay, thank you. So what I'm saying is, I told you about the 12 meridian, 6 on either side. In the class, I've been talking about the lung meridian, which goes from here across there, across that there. I'll show you the diagram in the thing with lung meridian. There. See, it goes from your thumb. You can see it. It's going across to that point. That's what I've been telling the class every day. So pressing these points affects your lung. So if you follow the spin, wherever the lung points, the vibration will be bigger. That's how it does. The same thing, you have the large intestine, which is a very important one. That's the one which goes with the thumb and index finger, just there. This is one of the important points for everything, even for pain, any kind of pain. So what you do, you take the setting to, I put the setting to 9, and just put it there yourself. So any pain anywhere upper part of the body will go away. just by doing this. Body becomes numb. But you have to do it for 30 seconds to 1 minute at least to make them. That's what they used to do all the time when they take the teeth out. Press this point hard and pull the teeth out for young children, things like that. And the beauty of acupressure is it can warn you well before things happen. It's a means of prevention, means of diagnosing, and means of cure. Can give you a real power at your fingertip. 100% safe. It has no side effects. You do it yourself therapy. Acupressure can be used along with the existing treatment. It assists your body in gradual restoring the natural healing mechanism and give you good health. Very important. And acupressure helps to go to the root cause of. When I was doing live stage show, and I'm sure some of you, like Prabhu, the other people have seen me taking a live training class where I bring a public, which is somebody I don't know, onto the stage. By pressing the hand, I could tell what illness they had and what's coming. That's important. So it's a way of diagnosing your illness and also helps to cure as well and helps to manage your symptom as well, much better. And in the Swamiji teaching, he uses the acupressure, this thing. So this is the one I'm going to use today to show you how to use the pain gun on these points. It's on the book. If you have the book, which is a new person, if you don't have it, you can buy that just now. Right, it's £10 including postage. So all you have to do is, that's your thyroid. In there, your stomach. This side, your eyes, your lung, your ear. And left side is your cool side, your heart and the spleen, your heart and the spleen. And then you have the intestine is here. And then where the middle finger, where the ring finger touches, that's your pancreas. Where the middle finger touches your pancreas, your kidney, and where the index finger touches your adrenal gland. And when you're on the other side, exactly thyroid, eyes, lung, ear, and the right side is your liver and gallbladder. So that's your liver, and that's your gallbladder, and then intestine. And then when you put your hand like this, that's your prostate for male, and for female, uterus and fibroids. If you're paining there, then you have prostate problem for male. If you're female, then your uterus have some fibrosis if you're paining it. Mine is paining, so I have prostate, but I'm managing it through yoga, acupressure. I'm not taking any medicine at all. So what I also do is every night when I'm going to bed, I put the setting 9 and just put it there. Both hands. Prevention, you have to put resources to it. No point just thinking, knowing about it, not doing anything about it. You have to do it. Both sides. Right. So acupressure is a way of telling what's wrong with you as well. And if you have a say,
Sarvanji, sorry, I have to ask you, I'm a bit confused because, you know, the thumb and the, you were saying, I don't know what's it called again? It begins with a T, I think. The thumb, he's got the brain and the lungs are on your hair.
Pituitary gland and pineal gland there.
Yeah, but the lungs, I think you were saying is here, the heart is there. Do you remember?
Heart is on the left side, there.
Okay, no. What I'm saying, you know, when you were doing that.
No, you're confusing with Sujog. Sujog is different.
That's Sujog therapy. That's I'm going to go.
This is very confusing. That's why I'm a bit confused.
But that's why I'm saying acupressure. There's 100 different ways to design acupressure. I'm going to go 3 ways. One is the Swamiji hand one, what I'm doing just now. Second is the Sujog therapy, which you're talking about, which I've talked about before.
Yeah, this is what.
So that's one thing. Don't mix. That's why I didn't want to give too much information just now. Other people get confused. Just now I'm going to talk about what Swamiji teaching is there. Just that's bad. Then you
Okay.
then people would get confused. Is that fair enough?
Okay, carry on with the points.
Yeah. So really, so that's, and then back, when you do this, that's your neck, that's your headache. If you press headache, this points are, all the sinus point is tip of the finger. Back here, if you look at this bit there, that's your spine. It goes from the top all the way to L4, L5, where the two meets is your sciatica pain. And the one thing you have to remember, when you have a stroke on the right side of the brain, right side of the body, the stroke happens on the left side. So everything from here crosses over like this. But the front is on the same side. And the back is opposite. That's the basic science of acupressure. So if something goes wrong in your left ear, you use the right hand. Right ear, left hand. If something happens to your liver on right side, it'll be right hand. If you have something wrong with the spleen, left side, on the left hand. If you have sciatica pain on left leg, which hand do you use? Use the right hand. Your sciatica is in the back, so it goes to the opposite hand. If my left leg has sciatica pain, then I'll press this point. You have to understand that. That's the basic science of acupressure. And all you do now is, and thyroid is one of the main endocrine system. Any health issue you have, this will pain. So when I'm diagnosing anybody illness, that's what I'm going to tell you just now. I put my hand there and press this point. Both hands. And press it really hard. Give your hand to somebody you don't like, enemy. And then the pain you're getting, the nerve pain, not the pressure pain, think of that as 10. Or you can use the gun as well. Put that to 9 and put it there, and you feel the pain, and think of that pain as 10. And then you press the stomach point. Compared to that, if that pain was 12, that tells me you have constipation, you didn't have a good bowel movement today, you're all bloated, and so on. If the pain is 5 or 4 or 5, that means you had a good bowel movement, apart from slightly, it's still some fermentation happening in your stomach. Then you press the eye point. If that's paining, if this was 10, if this is also 10 or 11, that tells me this is left hand, something happening in the right eye, is under pressure, or have a high blood pressure, or have an eye problem, something happening to me. So that's how acupressure works. And when you press the lung, if that's paining quite a lot as well, that tells me if you climb stairs, you got a breath, you're asthmatic. You might not be asthmatic, but you're near the borderline. And if you put it on the ear point, if it's paining, that tells me you're bell ringing in the ear, if the pain is more than this. So when I'm doing to somebody, I use elimination process. I do all the things and then eliminate. Then from my certain experience, I know what I'm looking for. When a person walks into me, I can tell by looking at the eyes, the nails, touching the hand. If they're younger than me, the hand should be warmer. If it's not, they might have a circulation problem. If the black eye under the eyes, that tells me something about it. So this is how, and then I press the heart point. If that's paining as well, that tells me the person has high cholesterol, palpitation, low blood pressure. I can't tell you what's wrong, but there's something wrong with the heart. So if that happened to me, I will say, go to GP and get it tested for something. And below that is just pain. If that's paining as well, that tells you you're anemic or your lack of B12. Simple as that. And when you touch the finger, that's the pancreas. You're pressing that, 50% in one hand, 50 in other hand. This is paining quite a lot. And this is paining as well, both pancreas point paining. That tells me you are diabetes or you are very close to the borderline. When 80% of pancreas doesn't work, you become diabetes. Before that, doctors don't want to know you. They just give you a lifestyle change, trying to tell you to lose weight or whatever condition is. And if you press the middle point for kidney point and do the other side as well, which is a paining, that tells you If my left hand is paining more than right hand, that tells me left hand, which kidney will be problem? Left hand, it will be right kidney, opposite. That means right kidney is more likely to get infected, UTI, before left will happen. So one kidney is stronger than other. That's what the tells you. So you can tell by doing all that exactly where you are going with it. You can see, and then you can eliminate things like that. Then you go into the liver. If it's paining there, that tells me you have sluggish liver, might be liver fibrosis, or might be, or you had jaundice when you're young, and your liver is not coping with your body's action. And below that is gallbladder. If that's paining quite a lot, that tells me your gallbladder is removed, or there's a blockage in it. And then if you put your both hand like this, that's your intestine from here across to there. So if you press this across there and find where there's a maximum pain, the maximum pain is there, for argument's sake. So if you lift my hand up, this is this point across here. So that tells me up here, I have an IBS, so under the diaphragm in my large intestine. I'm telling you from my experience what I've done so far. It's like it's more of a practical experience. And IBS is something medically very difficult to diagnose. They know by the symptom, but they can't tell. I can tell up to 99% for sure on which point you have the IBS. Just by doing this pressure point thing both hands. Also, I can diagnose year before that you're having cancer, breast cancer, for female especially. All you do, you press the back of the hand there, back of hand there, and same point in the feet there, and the both, and your lymphatic system, press it there. Do this, both hands. If my left hand, this is paining, left leg is paining, and that's paining more than the right hand, that tells me left side of the body, my lymphatic system is weaker. And that's where if you ever have a honey lump, will more likely to happen on the left side. And prevention is, once you know the problem, you can do something about it. By pressing your hand there, and just do this daily. That itself will make the lymph fluid flow through and remove all the things. But lymphatic can only remove things in liquid form, not in solid form. So you have to eat a lot of indoles, like cabbage, broccoli, all these things to dissolve any lymph nodes, any lymphatic solid lying around so the lymphatic fluid can flow it through. Drink plenty of water, because only the fluid state lymphatic system can move properly. So you have to do those exercises, and also these exercises I talked about, different exercise for the lymphatic system doesn't have any pump. They use the muscle to pump the blood, pump the lymph fluid around the body. Very important. Their job is also WBC to remove dead cell and fight infection. This will all help to do that. I'm sorry, the time, half an hour where you went, I don't know. It's so much to tell you. My mind's kind of, I had donkeys of information.
Sarvanji, for health and safety, what can't you do on the face? What points are dangerous on the face, the eyes or whatever?
No, you can do everywhere. Yeah, not directly to the eyes, obviously around the eyes there, but usually this is very good for you. Don't use this one, use the flat face, flat inter, and put that, but their face, you don't do more than 1 to 4 setting, because face is quite sensitive.
Yes, that's what I meant, low setting.
That's it, that's low setting, and that will bring the blood supply to give you blood, more flow, and more glow to your face as well, to get away your wrinkles and everything like that. Even setting in one will be good enough, and just doing across there, that's not right anywhere at all. Like a sinus point is there. That's a stress point, meridian governor vessel point. That's your third eye. That's your headache both point. If somebody else does it, then this works faster. If I was doing it to you and you have a headache, I'll put one side here, other finger I'll touch it here. So you'll feel current in both sides and you get the instant benefit.
So when you do with somebody else and you do a connection with any other point.
That's it. Then you're using your body as art. So it's like having 2 pins on either side.
Because the other finger vibrates as well.
That's right.
When
Both will
when you
vibrate.
connect to the other part.
That's right. That's it. Both way. Same way. If I had the sciatica pain on left leg, for argument's sake, if I had the sciatica pain on left leg, I'll be putting it on right hand there to somebody else, and other hand will go here. The current will go through him or right through to me to both places. So he's getting vibrated, the current flowing through and making the sciatica not go away, the pain go away. I've done that to hundreds of people. So I'm not just telling you from fiction. I'm telling you from fact.
Sarvanji, can you tell us about the shoulder pain?
Shoulder pain, the best way is obviously a lot of people are frozen shoulder because of the posture, because of the thing on it. The ideal way will be really if somebody else does it to you, then it's quicker because you can't do it yourself. If you do it yourself, all you can do is find the nerve there. Can you see the vibration there?
Yeah.
That's it. But if I'm doing it to you, I'll put one here and the other hand will go in the other finger. So that way the current will flow through the whole thing and all the shoulder backbone. Then you turn the shoulder and your pain will go away. Definitely. I've done it because last time I went to Canada to do a training for winter time for 12 days. I had 3 sessions continuous every day. I was doing training and minus 20-degree temperature. When I came back, I had a frozen shoulder because it's quite a cold weather. I didn't have the proper gear wearing. I was doing class for 3 days of training, 9 days training, all that. And that's what I used there to fix myself right away.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Shravanji, what does the black circles under your eye indicate?
A kidney problem. It might be kidney struggling with it. Maybe UTI. It might be not a. There might be stone in it, and it's a lot of different things. See, it's just not the kidney. It might be other things as well. I said to you, it's really you have to look at other things as well. It's not like just look at the black eye on its own. You can't make a decision on it. That's
Could it be constipation? Could it be constipation problem with intestines?
That's it. See, when you have one thing happening, it affects the other things as well. That's the problem. The body is a unique. It's got a kind of endocrine. It's all integrating system. Endocrine system. If you have problem with thyroid, affects your liver. Everything needs to work harder. So every other endocrine system is under pressure as well. So you have to, when you're doing acupressure point, you really, best thing is to, I said to you, if you haven't bought one, that's a complete set there. And usually what we do is just rub over. When you're sitting down, I do that all the time. Just watching TV, nothing wrong with that. You're not harming yourself. You're acupressing all the point, knowing all the easily. And also use the ring to do all the finger. Each finger is connected to 2 emotions and organs. So like this is done, your ring finger is connected to lung and sadness, emotions. Just pressing it, all finger, you're promoting health. And if you have anybody nose block here, anybody in the group has got nose block. Anybody has got breathe through right and left. Any nose block?
And hay fever. Oh,
which side is blocked?
In
the morning it happens.
All day.
Huh? Sorry.
Morning nose is blocked.
Yeah, morning and evening and afternoon.
Morning time.
नहीं तो जिधर भी ब्लॉक होने का बेस्ट वे है रात को मस्टर्ड ऑयल नाक में डालना है and morning में then that will lubricate and things will come out easily, all the mucus. But problem is if my right nostril is blocked just now, if I take the left hand, put this gun on it, nose will clear right away. Otherwise money back.
You're putting on all the fingers, middle of the fingers.
You do each finger, but I can this is much faster. Put all 5 fingers together and just put it there on the tip.
Yeah, point the fingers towards us.
But if I'm doing it to you, then I'll put the pain on the finger and other hand on the nose there. The nose will clear much faster like that, just like a magic. So it's like a knowing the. See, I'm a structure engineer. I look at everything the structure. So I try to do it, kind of make the energy flow where I want it to go. So I'm using my body, the earth, to make the energy flow from finger to my nose directly.
Okay,
Energizing them and promoting.
Points for the knees, major structural problems, wobbly knees.
Wobbly knees. knee का main problem है कि depend where the damage is. Sometimes the damage is on the sole of the feet because of kind of shoes they wear or they're standing every day. That might be depending what causing the problem.
No, just show us where to put it on the knee.
But one thing, but depending, my success rate comes from first finding the cause of the problem. What causing the knee problem? I can't fix it just by, it's not magic. It's like I'm a professional. I look at the why is causing the pain. Is what kind of job they do? Do they stand all the time, or do they have a what do you call a flat feet? That could cause pain as well. So for different illness, you might have a prostate problem. That will give you heel problem as well. Or female with uterus fibrosis will have heel problem. But legally, best to have obviously a back of the one of the best point is the back of the knee, there muscle there, just the middle point, and also this point. If you put the forefinger like this, yeah, and other side also. Yeah, all these all different meridian passes through here.
You have pain in your calf muscle.
Huh?
You have pain in your calf muscle. Where would you place the pain?
That's the middle of the back calf muscle. You'll feel the energy going right to the bottom automatically without doing anything. Very good for cramp as well. Prevention of cramp and things like that. And then you have the kidney, you have the gallbladder meridian here. Then you have liver, press the liver point always. There. Every day.
Savanji, do we use this pen only if we have pain, or is it for everyday use as well?
Everyday use, that's what I do. I'm doing a prevention. Prevention is better than cure. So you're energizing, making your energy channel is all clear. Energy is flowing freely. So I do in hand, my lung point, my eyes, my ear, everything. I do that daily basis.
Savanji, could we have some points for migraine sufferers? Please.
What for?
For migraine.
Headache.
Migraine, yes.
Yeah, okay. Migraine, the best point is you don't need the pain, you can do it with the hand. One point is just, this is one of the governor vessels. It's migraine depending what's causing the migraine. There's 60 different type of migraine. If it's due to the gastric problem, then you have to press the stomach point. But if it's due to the stress, then you press this point, either side there, rubbing it. Middle of eye, third eye, and the back of the neck. You put your hand like this, and just the foot, and press the either side of the neck muscle there. That will get the headache away. Just pressing these points. That's like a. Let me see if I've got the photograph. I'll show you might make more sense.
Can we use the pen for it as well?
Yeah. You can use the pen as well. One thing, and this is like a. It's like a, you can, and also different. One thing you can use a pen as well. But one thing another on the face, I try to use the headache point. Is just trying to, because it's quite. You have to do the sensitive 1 to 4. That's all. You can't do any more than that.
1 to 4, yes.
Yeah. 1 to, and just put it across there. But you can only do one side. If somebody else doing it to you, then do both like that. Then you get quick benefit.
Okay.
That's on my own, I can only do one side and then the other side. That's why I prefer doing with the hand, but I can press both sides at the same time.
You can feel the pressure yourself. How much?
That's it. How hard you're going through it. And also the third eye point there.
And do we turn the thumbs upside down? Yeah, is that more beneficial?
What's that? Sorry.
The thumbs. You know the thumbs? Yeah,
you can do that. You can do anyway. You can do that way. I can do that way as well with one finger as well. Just to press the third eye, the eyes between the eye point. Very important. If anybody's got this gun and they have certain problem, I can show them exactly. I can highlight them and show them what to do, and get them to fix it. So that will give you kind of a bit of confidence. The person can see how they feel about it. That's the best way. If you want, I can do one kind of example. Anybody wants to volunteer?
Pain on the fingers.
Huh?
Pain on the finger joints.
Okay, so let me highlight you as well then. Spotlight. Okay, so where's your pain in your fingers?
With the knuckles.
Knuckles, right. So the best way is, what kind of work you do, Prabhuji? What's your employment?
Lot of typing. Computer work.
So right. So what he's done is, due to the finger,
Computer job.
the problem is in his neck, not in the finger. So what you have to do is there, and if somebody else is doing it to him, put the other hand on the finger. So current goes to the knuckles and fixes it. Otherwise, if you're doing it to yourself, just do it each knuckle. Otherwise, watch me. What's there? Let me set the setting first. The whole finger, setting there. That will fix the knuckle. And also going to each knuckle. If you go back there, see. You can see it there?
Yeah.
Your pain will go away. Or just doing the knuckle directly. You can do it directly in the knuckle as well.
So that's the point. That's what I was saying. If there's a pain, we
do
can
it
apply directly.
And also, the problem who have knuckle point has the knee pain. When the knee is paining, then this will pain as well. There's connection. If you go to physiotherapy, that's your knee.
Yes, there is a slight pain. Yes, correct.
That's why knee pain might be causing that as well. So see one thing is, so it's like getting to know yourself, the communication between the different organs, different parts of the body. They're all connected together.
Good.
Sarvanji, what about the foot? This foot here.
Let me see.
This, it keeps swelling, this one. Can you see that foot?
Yeah, I see it. It's just let me check it.
In between the toes, the first and the big toe, there's a little bit of pain. But then this keeps swelling all the time with the ankle. There's no pain here.
But thing is, a lot of meridian flows through there. Liver meridian, large intestine, bladder meridian, depending on which nerve it is going. And that's why I like to energize to get rid of the pain.
Okay. Maybe
so obviously I can't tell from what you showed me quickly which meridian it is. But if you look at the diagram on the book, that will tell you which one is it. You might Google it. It'll tell you more of which one actually is causing the pain. Which one is more likely the bladder, I will say. Looks like, more likely.
Okay, Sarvanji.
I think
one question. Shilpa here. So many people have a pacemaker in their heart.
Yeah.
Now what can they do? Because with pacemaker, can you do that?
No, they can't use it. That's what I told this morning. If you're a pacemaker, you can't use that. Then you just use the hand or the pencil.
And those who have lumps, big lymphatic cancer. So can you use that? Because sometimes there are big lumps.
As long as you don't have any kind of pain somewhere, we can use it anywhere. Otherwise, just as long as you don't have it actually helps with cancer. It activates some of the dead cells, but brings it back live. Especially for blood cancer, it's been proven. But research has showed that, obviously I'm not a medical person, but I've done a lot of research and I'm saying from what I know, what I find out so far. I could be wrong. That if I'm wrong, I would say sorry, but I think I'm on the right track. That's what tells me from my.
Because if there are lymphatic cancer and if there are big lumps in the body, and if the person is going under cancer treatment, then if you use this, the big tumor will start melting, and it could, block the nerve or vein. So it could be,
it wouldn't. One thing is all it will do is it will try to reactivate the cells which is moving around. The body still have the energy. It energize the body to cope with the pain better. That's what we're trying to do. And any pain due to tumor will go away.
No, with chemotherapy, can you do that?
Okay, yeah. Shilpa, this is too medical. Banu, can you ask a question?
Yeah. Shravanji, if somebody suffer with the Parkinson, how should they use the pen?
I've got the actual, that's what I'm going to show you today as well, but just I don't have enough time.
Wow, well done.
See, I've done a lot of research. I've not been not just sitting and looking at the computer. I've been doing a lot of thinking. The acupressure point for lung as well, for the Parkinson or disease as well. This one, first you press if you go the ear up to the top where the big hole is, this point, government 20. This point itself is very good for a lot of things. Next is under the ear. This is TW17.
If that person is not very fit to do it himself, somebody has
That's
to
what
do
you
it
need
for
somebody
him.
else to do it. You can use the gun here as well. If I'm doing it to you, I'll put it like this. And then back of the neck where the other side vein is, just there. Just do the program.
Yeah.
Wherever the double point is, there. There.
Yeah.
Those 2 points you do. And then also you do the back too. That will help with the Parkinson.
The same point work for ADHD?
Sorry, you caught me then. What's the HD?
ADHD.
What's that? Sorry, I'm lost with words.
Hyperactiveness of the children.
But thing is for them, adults, the best thing is murgi ban jao. Haath karke utha baithi kar lo. You balance your left brain with right brain, and your depression, anxiety, Parkinson, memory power, everything will improve.
Okay.
What about heart patient, heart failure?
Heart failure, मतलब क्या intervention हुआ है उनका, वो जानना पड़ेगा ना. What's been done to them? It's not one thing, but same time, heart patient, we just press your hand there, will fix it. It will help them to manage it better. Heart point.
Okay.
Also clapping, we do the clapping as well. That will help as well. Things like that.
Don't clap, my dear.
Okay, I think that's enough, Sarvanji.
1 minute. What happens if anybody got stent in the heart?
Then you can't use it.
You
The
can't
stent you
use
can
it.
use it. No, for stent you can use it. Yeah, just acupressure.
Yeah.
You know, that's okay. Not
Not the pen.
pen you can use it on the hand. You can use it. No problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Because stent is not electronic. Any electronic
that's all right.
device.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If there's
Thank
electronic
you.
device in the body, you can't.
Then you can use it.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's very good, Sarvanji.
Sarvanji, last question.
Yes, no problem.
Our topic is we are doing a session for the weight loss. So energy
Now-
burning and weight loss, which point?
I've got the whole thing written down here. I didn't have time to go into that.
I'm doing acupressure too.
उसका भी तो कल क्या करेंगे acupressure अभी हमारे पास पूरा लिखा हुआ है उसका पूरा points of मतलब there's 5 or 6 points, but the first thing is to reduce stress. When you're stressed, then you tend to eat bulge eating and all that, so you have to control your mind. So pressing these point, this point, all will help anyway. This is for everybody. And also press this point for stomach, where the 2 meets large intestine, 11. Pressing this point itself also makes you less hungry. Then you end up sucking your thumb rather than eating.
Hey, no.
No. So I think
one last point. Anybody got a point which is not covered? Question about a point not covered so far?
Oh yeah, after exercise, like go cycling. Sometimes
Yeah.
you have different muscles like
cramp.
Bit tighter. Can you use the pen for that?
Yeah, but that's it. The purpose is body needs oxygen because you're cycling, using your muscles so much. There's not enough muscle, so you're creating your body in sympathetic nerve system, and your lack of oxygen as well. So really, all you have to do, when I get cramp, when I used to climb mountain, Munros, then I used to take packet of salt, salted crisp, and the salt actually retained the water and the cramp went away. Otherwise, if you use this gun, put it in the back of the tube there, your cramp will go away just by pressing across here. It's instant. But whenever you have cramp, bring your toes towards you and lift your hand up. I saw that in every class. If you do that, your cramp will go away. Even when you're cycling, also sometimes what you do is you lift your leg up and you twist it around like this just to kind of get the cramp, your muscle, relax your muscle, get more blood supply to it, for when you're cycling.
Okay, Ushma has a point.
Huh?
Shravanji, if you got a neurological problem like loss of sensation in the toes,
Okay.
can you use the gun?
Yes, that's what this is ideal for. Neuro problem. We go through the current to the nerve system.
Which are the points, like you can't feel the toe, and in
I'll tell
winter
you the
time
story.
it's really bad.
On the island, I'll tell you a story which you all will like. Listen to it carefully. On the island, we had a chap. I've told that story. I've got video. I'll put that in my Yoga Visam as well. He had a he worked in Afghanistan in the fighting in the army. His knee blew up. So he had a metal plate and he's been on the pension. And what happened was, so he couldn't feel his toes. He couldn't walk properly. He's walking with a stick, just a short step, he will tired. So he came to the island to help us. He said, I'll stay there. I'll look after the island when you're not there. So he stayed there for 6 months. So when I was there, one day I said to him, come here, let me look at your feet. See, I can do something with it. I'm helping everybody else. Why not you as well? It was a Scottish chap. So he came in and then I put a pain on his neck and my finger on his toes. And then I find I can feel the current on his toes in my finger. So I knew there was a communication going, but somehow the brain doesn't know. It's like a traffic jam. If you have a traffic jam, you find a different route. But the brain knew the different route. And that's why brain couldn't register the toe. He couldn't move his toes at all. And then suddenly when I did this and put her there, suddenly brain knew the path to go to the toes and he could move his toes. And he started walking all this. See, that's how neuro works. This is very important, the way this thing actually designed to work. I'll put this video. He gave a lecture himself, explaining. Me saying it doesn't seem like a fact, but coming from his mouth, you hear exactly saying the things, what he told. I'll put that in Yoga with Sam on the thing this evening. You can look at that. That tells you how it works. This is how good this tool is. I can't really say how good it is.
Right.
It's
How
like
good? Okay, last point. Anything on dementia?
Thank you very much.
Dementia.
Dementia. Memory.
Dementia is an inflammation of brain cell. That's my understanding it is. I'm not a medical person, so if I'm wrong, when I went to Canada, in the Los Angeles, I was doing a training there. So I thought there might be 1 or 2 doctors there. So I said to light a candle. If any doctor come up and light the candle for us, then 40 people stood up. I said, oh God, I'm among the doctor and trying to teach them what to do. I panic, kind of idea. So, but really, sorry, I've lost the plot now.
Dementia.
Dementia, yes. Dementia is inflammation of the brain cell. So really that's why in India, dementia kam hota tha. I've never heard of dementia word before I came to this country recently. Whenever I came. Before, because India में हम लोग हल्दी खाते हैं. हल्दी खाने से dementia नहीं होता है. Also, we don't used to use aluminum pot. Aluminum pot, when you put food in it, after 6 months, it gets pitted. And that goes into and don't use aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is one of the biggest culprits for dementia.
Aluminium.
Yes. Sorry. It's my Scottish, it's my English word, sorry.
No, I'm just asking.
No, you're right. Aluminium, yeah, aluminium, yes, yeah.
Aluminium foil, yes. Okay.
Foil. You don't use that at all. You should use the ceramic bowl for roti or jo rakhte hain usme rakhiye. Don't use aluminium foil for anything. That bleaches into the food and you're damaging your loved one, your children, your grandchildren, brain cells, and that's what gives you lots of memory. They're not good in school and they have a lot of problem, health issues as well. It's all using microwave, all these things. When I went to training in America, in Dallas, I went to the doctor's house. He gave he's a cancer doctor. He's telling his patient not to eat in microwave. When I went to his house, the wife opened the fridge and hid the food in the microwave and said, here, darling, have a food. So I'm saying is, what you're teaching is not what you're preaching, you're doing it yourself. That's the human nature sometimes. Because life is quite strict. We're working 7 days a week. We don't have time. So sometimes you have to cook the food for 3-4 days and all that, which is not healthy for you.
Okay, this is prevention, but what are there any points?
Yes, obviously the main pituitary gland, pineal gland.
Okay.
You have to activate the vagus nerve. Remember we talked about vagus nerve in the yoga class? You activate activate the vagus nerve, we will activate the brain and also all these points as well. And doing all the tongue exercise, all these will help as well.
Saranji, one question, very briefly.
Yeah.
I think we've covered most of the parts of the bodies. One came in my mind is to do with the ears, infection control, earaches, or some people have hole in the ear.
I talk about that every morning in the class. The best way is to create a activation. Ear vagus nerve passes through here into the brain. It passes, that's why connected to ear. That's when the vagus nerve gets damaged, gets the ear drumming and things like that. So you have to activate. This is the best way is to humming sound or taking a cold shower. Even for facing cold water on your face, that will activate it. Also humming sound, put your both hands there and go, that itself will, but also drumming at the back. Put thumb in the back and just go. You can hear the drumming at the back of the drum. That itself will create the sensation in the eardrum and clear the eardrum. Also blowing through your nose. Yeah. Like you do the flight, that will clear as well. Also a kind of the best thing they say is garlic oil mixed with something else. You put in ear slightly, not too much on it, just to kill any infection, antibacterial, no problem. But usually ear problem happens due to lymphatic system as well. So lymphatic system is connected to your ear and nose as well. So you have to kind of activate. If you put your hand there, all this will help as well.
Ah, yes, and all the tongue exercises as well.
Yeah, and also finger like this, press down the ear, either side. That's your vagus nerve and lymphatic system going through. And also get some aloe vera gel and massage across each neck, both sides. All this will help to improve your ear problem as well. It's not just ear; it'll affect everything else as well. Everything's connected, interconnected. It's like a domino effect. It's not just improving your ear, improving your other things as well. Your memory, your depression, anxiety, everything goes away with that.
Okay, Sarvanji, thank you very much. That's enough.
But one thing, if anybody, I'm really welcome. Anybody wants any specific question, they write to me, and I can try to help them out. But if you haven't bought this, make sure you do buy one of these. I can't say enough about it. It's very good for you. It can only help you to promote health. So please, and usually when I take acupressure class, I charge them. Last time we had 45 people paying 40 odd pounds for the acupressure class. This is only, I've given you 30% information already. So really, but you have to practice. Very important. It's not money. I use the money to develop the island. That's why I'm using any money I make, profit make, on it. But so really,
yeah. Anything for menopause, like menopause, any hormonal problems can be used for the pen.
How much is most of the thyroid problem? Most to thyroid. So if I'm doing it, I'll do in the right hand here, and the left hand I'll put it there. And also you can massage your thing like that. Your third gland, press it. As I said, put the pressure on it with 4 fingers. You're there.
Okay. Thank you.
And Ujjayi. All these will help. This is all to balance your thyroid, make your thyroid gland more active or underactive or overactive. That itself will balance it. So acupressure point is your thumb. That's it there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we better end now, Sarvanji.
Yeah. Thank you very much for really, and hopefully you have learned something new. And I'm here to help you any way I can. I'm always there for you. Please contact me if you have any issue at all, anything you don't understand. Okay, thank you, Mohan Bhai. Thank you, Sitalji. Thank you, Dr. Sitalji.
Thank you, Sarvanji.
Rajji.
Thank you.
Maniji.
Thank you
very
much.
आपने कुछ बोला नहीं, बहुत चुपचाप थे.
Very useful information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sarvanji.
Thank you very much.
Answer all the questions.
Everybody can watch the video.
Thank you to my best, one of my best yoga teachers, Shilpa ji as well.
Thank you, Sarvanji.
She's such a bubbly person.
You are the best.
Every time you see her, she's smiling,
You are the best teacher in the world. Best teacher.
Thank you.
Thank you. Om, take care. I'll put this in.
Thank you, Sarvanji.
This will be on the YouTube as well, so you can watch it later on if you want to watch it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.